Hello shooters, SKS rifle. This is my SKS. I did a video on this, so if you watch my channel, this will be no stranger to you. And I put this SKS through the Man vs. Gun series. And one of the things I'm critical about with the SKS is the way the magazine releases. Yeah, of course, I know it was never meant to release magazines, but if you want to keep yours the way it came from the factory, cool. For those of us that like to push the envelope a little bit and see what is possible to help the firearm work better for us and faster for us, then we tinker around with things. And the problem with the way the SKS magazine release works is it's a two-hand affair. You can't use one hand to dump the magazine. You have to use your firing hand somehow to pull that little lever back, and then you can get the mag out. There are things on the market where there's a company or two that makes an extended thing that comes down here where your finger comes up here and pulls back on it. It's still a two-handed affair that way. There's a company called Texas Firearms. They make what they claim is a magazine release that works more like an AK mag release, to where it pushes the right direction instead of this. It pushes back. Apparently this is going to make it so that it pushes forward and you can use it like an AK mag release. I got to tell you up front, they sent this to me. I didn't buy it. They sent it to me. Evan Jenkins from Texas Firearms sent me this. He emailed me a couple of times, said, hey, I want you to try this out. And he says, I'm going to send this to you for nothing. I told him, I said, I'm going to tell everybody on my YouTube channel the good and the bad and the ugly. So if you want a fluff piece, don't send me one. He said, no, I want you to test it, because I know you'll give the good, the bad, the ugly, and people will know that you can't be bought. So I'm going to install this on my SKS. It's supposed to make it more like an AK. We'll see. And I'll take it out to the range and do some testing on it and come back and let you know what my thoughts are on this SRR, the Super Rapid Release for the SKS. So let's head out to the range and see if it does as it is claimed. The small picture is the regular OEM SKS mag release. See how you got to do the little, you got to juggle the rifle. The big picture is this new SSR mag release. Here we go on a different one here. See, I got to kind of juggle that one in the smaller picture. I got the videos synced so that they both start on the beep, so the shots are at the same time. So you can see with this new SSR, the shots are just a lot faster. Okay, the column identified as OEM SKS mag release, that's the old regular issue SKS mag release. The SKS SSR is the new mag release I got in there. The green means the fastest time of the 5 runs. The red is the slowest time of the 5 runs. As you can see, the old mag release is a lot slower and a lot less consistent than this SRR mag release. The old way, you got to juggle the firearm while you're switching out mags, because you have to move your hand off the pistol grip and come up and grab the magazine release and pull to the rear while you're grabbing the mag at the same time. It's some juggling going on, so you have a lot less consistency, and it's a lot slower. You can see by the video, now you can see by the time. This SRR mag release is extremely consistent and quite fast compared to the old SKS way. I do got to say that the SKS SRR, it is made out of aluminum. It's not made out of steel. But the Tapco mags I have are probably the most fragile thing on this firearm. I wouldn't jump this thing into Afghanistan is what I'm trying to say. The SKS setup the way I have it is not an extremely hard use firearm. It's perfect for home defense. It's perfect for neighborhood defense. But it's not something you want to halo into Afghanistan with. I would do that with an M4 or an AK or something like that. But in its stated mission, which would be home defense, neighborhood defense, things of that nature, the way this SKS is set up is just perfect. With these Tapco 20 rounders and with this SRR, it's just a whole new firearm. Okay, shooters, back from the range with the Super Rapid release by Texas Firearms. And I gotta tell you, I am impressed. The biggest weak link for me was the way that the magazine release worked on the SKS. Had to use two hands to get the magazine out. Now it's just now it works really, really, really well. I've communicated with Evan Jenkins. He's the owner of Texas Firearms, and the only thing I don't like is there's no protection on this lever. I think this lever, with an AK and some other firearms that have flappers, there's not this huge gap between the trigger guard and the magazine, and so the magazine flapper is pretty well protected by all that area, but this has got a huge area, and I'm afraid that it would inadvertently get actuated. So I've spoken with Evan about this, and he is creating a set of wings, protective wings. There will be an add-on, so you can purchase this, and then early next year the protective wings will come out that will stop that from being inadvertently actuated, because there's just too much of a gap there. But golly, I'm really impressed by guys that can see a problem and come up with a really simple solution. There's other things out there that, there's a hook thing, but you still gotta, this is a game changer for the SKS regarding mag changes. An absolute game changer. You saw the times, you see it. Anyhow, if you use an SKS for home defense, property defense, things, something of that nature, in my opinion, this is a must-have. Full disclosure, I don't get a dime from these. Yes, Evan sent me this one free of charge. That's all I got is this one. I don't make a dime off them. I have no financial interest in the company. Evan just sent me this and had me run it through the ringer, and I'm just really impressed. So if an SKS is your go-to gun, in my opinion, this is a must-have. Thank you for watching. I'll put a link in the description of where you can buy this thing.